What's up, guys? Well, this is just my journey of digital marketing or a developer, a full stack developer for that matter, and UI UX designer. So I'm actually starting my journey like now. So I'm going to be documenting the process to let you know how it's going and what are the new things that I learned. And I'm going to be implementing whatever I learned into real world projects so that it doesn't just be like a theoretical way of learning, but also a practical and real world example way of doing things. So this is just a full blown career that I'm launching right now. So stay with me and stay tuned as I'm going to be walking you through the process. Yeah, so peace. So this is just an update of my day one journey. So basically I've been like learning a lot. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot more to learn, honestly. Yeah, so I went through this book. There's this ebook that I got from it called the book The Ultimate Digital Marketing Guide from Digital Marketer. So I believe if you know Digital Marketer, you can go there as well. I think the ebook is actually free. The ebook is called The Ultimate Digital Marketing Guide. Yeah, so I got the ebook and I started to go through it, and it's really interesting. Honestly, it's really interesting. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to grab. You know, don't just look at it. Don't just read the book like you are reading a novel, but by reading the book and just reasoning with the contents, reasoning with the knowledge that is actually sharing is is a whole lot to gain from there. Yeah, it's a whole lot to gain from there. So from the beginning of the book, I learned like a concept. There's a concept I learned and I drafted it down. And so this is the eight core fundamental discipline of digital marketing. So like it's just like an how do I put this? It's just like a guide, like eight principle, like eight fundamental principle that digital marketers should use, yes, in order to be a great and good digital marketer there. So there are great benefit of those eight. So once you can master those eight, you becoming an effective digital marketer high high likely that you're actually going to be a good one out there. Yeah, so there was a few points that I grabbed. There's a few points that I grabbed, and this point is online presence is the absolute necessary regardless of what you sell, right? Building an online presence is absolutely necessary regardless of whatever you sell. Once you want to sell digitally, all right? If you want to sell your product or your service like electronically, having an online presence is absolutely a must. It's absolutely necessary thing to do because take for example, before you come to any possible let's say buying decisions, like let's just because I know there are some sort of traditional marketing that's actually going on. There are traditional marketing that's going on, and people are marketing traditionally, which is there, right? But what are some of the major purchases that you have done? Like, what are some of those major purchases that you have done recently? So, if you have done any major purchase recently, you can kind of think of it, right? You can kind of think of it like before you could make your buying decision, right? Let's say you make a major purchase of a gadget, right? Like say the latest iPhone, like say iPhone 17, you make a purchase of the latest iPhone. Before you could make your buying decision, you somehow research on like what are the features that iPhone 17 offers, what are the features that you are getting for the amount of money that you have to spend, what are some of the benefits of owning that particular iPhone is, right? So you search for those contents, and where you search for those contents, those people are likely selling whatever product that you are searching for. Let's say you're searching for an iPhone, right? So the area in which you search for that particular content, the high chances that you might have patronized those people that you search, those people saw that you got this information from, right? The high chances that you most likely will patronize them. So there are other things that comes into factors if you are making a buying decision. But what I'm saying is before you make a buying decision, like come to a conclusion of your buying decision, you most likely search online. You most likely search about the features that you will get for the money that you are paying. So in order to do that, someone must have set up that digital person, right? Someone must have set up that digital person. So which this basically tells you that in order to make your buying decision, you have to go through some sort of online experience. And in order to gain that online experience, someone must have that online presence. So that's why I learned today that in having an online presence for someone who wants to market online, someone who wants to sell their service online, someone who wants to sell their product online, having an online presence and a strong online presence is absolutely necessary. Is a must. There's not something like, oh, the person is trying to show off, the person is trying to do this, but it's a must. Once you are trying to sell online, you're trying to sell digitally, it's important. So another thing that I learned is, sorry, looking down. Oh, this is my what I draw down. You know what I learned, and I jot it down. Though it's in my head, I understand, but sometimes I just have to look there too. There's key points that I draw down to narrow those key points and explain to you like what I learned in my own understanding, what I learned today from this amazing book called The Ultimate Digital Marketing Guide from Digital Marketer. So you should check it out if you are interested in doing. So the first principle that I'm going to be going through, the first principle is going to be digital marketing strategy templates, which is got to do with the customer value journey. Yep. So you can't just start marketing and then selling. You just start selling right away. So what, as a digital marketer or as a marketer, what your core value should base on is what are the value that what you are selling is going to offer to the customers, right? So what's the benefit your customer is going to get from your product or your service? So as a marketer or as a business owner or even you as a digital marketer, you should have a customer value journey. So this is going to help the customer understand what are the value they are going to get from what you are selling to them or what you are giving to them. So there are a series of steps. Like I said, there's 8 steps. There's a core discipline set steps that as a digital marketer you are going to offer to your customers. So basically I'm going to be going through each step, and each step, if I go through it, I'm going to apply it to my business that I have currently. I'm going to apply it and I'm going to update the results. I'm going to walk you through the results. So remember, this process that I'm going through is I'm documenting my digital marketing journey. I'm building this as an experience and portfolio as well. Yeah, so I'm going to be documenting this journey. Like I said, I started this documentary today. I started the documentary today with no skills at all. Though I have some sort of experience in digital marketing, but I couldn't look at that experience to consider myself an expert. So that's why I'm going to start this journey of becoming an expert in digital marketing. So this is just the beginning. This is just the start of my journey, and I want you to stay tuned and stick with me. Share your feedback, share your thoughts. Feel free. It could help me learn what I'm doing wrong. It could help me improve on where I'm missing out. So like this video, comment on this video what you think and what you advise, and also subscribe. Thank you. Peace. So, just to be quick with this, I'll be real quick. Yeah, so what I learned from the book, another concept that I learned from the book is how to do with, you know, digital marketing is less about digital and more about marketing. Yeah, that was one of a very strategic logic that I gained. It's not all about just setting social media pages up and think that yes, you are a good digital marketer or you are marketing very well online. So it's all about using, you know, the eight core principle, the eight core discipline of digital marketing to be able to successfully sell your product or services. So I'm going to be applying this principle that I'm currently going through. I'm going to be applying each principle to there's a business that I have is Isaiah from Plug NG to LRB. So I'm going to be applying this principle to my small business that I have currently operating online. Yes, so the business is actually into gadgets, cell phones, laptop, and so it's actually doing like affiliate currently. So that's how the business is. So each principle that I learned from this book, I'm going to be applying it to the business, and I'll be updating you guys with the results that I'm getting, what's work and what didn't work. I'm going to be sharing that with you. So I'll go starting tomorrow. I'm going to be on the first step, and that first step of the first principle of out of the eight core discipline of a digital marketer.